Hi, this is Judy. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about something that people, often ask, maybe just themselves sometimes. What is God, and is God real? Or the other way around. Is God real? What is God? Before I get started on this little talk, it won't be too long. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell for me. And at the end of the talk, if you feel like it was kind of interesting or, maybe it was eye-opening, who knows? If you liked it in any way, shape, or form, would you please make sure and hit that like button? So, of course, when we talk about God, I think we all have a picture in our head from our youth, maybe, or from something we heard or we read or whatever. And I think for the sake of what I'm going to say right now, I think it might be best if you try not to think about what you have always thought God was. We always hear God is love, 100% true. Is he really a guy up in the sky with a long beard? I don't think he is, but there may be people who do think he is. So if that is what you believe, that's fine. You shouldn't not believe that. But for just a couple of minutes, try not to picture the guy with the white beard, or however your God looks in your mind. Scientifically, God is energy. It is all energy. It is what caused the Big Bang, for instance. It's interesting that scientists know for sure that something caused the Big Bang. They just don't know how that happened or who it was. Well, they stopped just short of saying maybe there's a God, because scientists, they have to see it and feel it for it to be real. And of course, we know there's a lot of things that you can't see or feel and they're still real. Electricity, energy, right? So, God is real. It is all energy. It is, with that energy, able to create sun, moon, stars, people, birds, and fish. It gives us life, because the energy within who we are is a part of God. So God is real, whether it has a name or a gender or an ego. I kind of doubt it. But for some, that makes sense. And so I'm not here to make you question your own faith. In fact, that's probably the worst thing I would want to do, because you probably are in the faith you're in for a reason. But from Judy's perspective, this is just my opinion. It's not a religion. It's not like I want you to start believing what I believe or anything like that. I'm just talking. And I guess I'm just talking because I like to. I like to think somebody's out there listening. Yeah, probably nobody is, but that's okay. So God is real. And it is, at the very least, energy. The energy of life. And it is whole and complete and absolute, undying, unconditional love. So that's all I got to say. That's it, you're done. Yes, God is real. And what is it? It's energy and love and all that stuff. My belief, however, which is different than many people might think, is that we as individual souls, now I'm not talking about the human form, forget that, what's inside of us, our truer self, our soul. I believe that our souls are what creates God. Now that means that God created us too. It's kind of a yin-yang sort of thing, two sides to the same coin. We could not exist if it weren't for God. And yet we are the body of God. Well, it doesn't actually have a body, but symbolically. So Each individual soul has God within it, which is why deep within we are perfect. And the journey we're on in our lives is simply about getting back to that and not being so caught up in all this stuff. But along the way, as we learn the things we learn, we actually uplift our own soul, which in the group dynamic lifts God. So God, I don't know if God needs us exactly. I guess that's something to ponder. But maybe God couldn't exist without us, like a body can't exist without red blood cells. You know? We need it and it needs us. So I believe we are all not only made in God's image, but we are actually all a part of God. That doesn't mean we are God, because all of us together are God. That makes sense? That's what I believe. I believe that we're all good, we're all loving. And the purpose that we have is the same purpose that every living thing has. And let's step back way deep down into deep space. We know, science knows, that the universe is expanding. We don't know where it's expanding to because we don't know what's beyond the universe. But it's definitely expanding. You can watch it. Maybe that's because, as soul, we are learning more and more about how to be better people, better souls, with all the experiences we have. And we are growing, and so because we are a part of God, God is growing. Just a theory I have. So I guess that answers the questions as much as you might need, or at least if I start referring to something like that later, it'll make sense. If you've watched all the videos in order. If you haven't, you're swimming on your own. Try to find one that starts making sense with this one. And if you wouldn't mind leaving me a comment, let me know what you think about what I've just said. I would love to hear your comments. You do not have to agree with me. Most people probably might not, but that's okay. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.